Christians are not supposed to love money. Of course, the Bible says the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. It also says you can't serve God and serve money. You got to choose one, right? So we chose God a long, long time ago, but we also have a brain, and we started thinking, wait a minute, it seems like if we don't work hard and make money, then we're constantly in a place of needing to ask for money. God, that was our prayer. Oh God, could you help us get out of this debt? God, could you help us? We need a car. God, how are we going to pay the bills? And that kind of means that our desires and our thought process was centered around money and not around the things that God tells us to center our lives around, like loving others and serving others. So it kind of almost became, without enough money, it actually became kind of loving money in a way. It took precedent. It was such a common theme in our talks with friends, in our prayer circles, in our prayers, just private prayers. And one time years ago, Jason had this revelation of Jesus paid my debt. Jesus paid my debt and I receive it. And it sounds so basic and so simple, but it was truly just like he paid our debt. Yes, he paid our sin debt, but he also he paid our debt. He paid it all. Jesus paid it all. So all to him I owe, right? So we started looking at the scriptures and some of my favorite, Deuteronomy 8:18, but thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers. So who is it that gives us the power to get wealth? It's God. Now he gives us the power, but it's up to us whether we use that power, just like other power and gifts that he gives us, the fruit of the Spirit. It's up to us if we want to use and exercise that patience, right? Those of us that have the Spirit of God, we know we have patience. Do we want to use it? So he gave us the power to get wealth. Are you using it? Okay, then the next one, Matthew 25:14-30, the parable of the talents, right? We all know this. The servant who was just scared, so he hid his talent in the ground. He just didn't want to lose it. He didn't want to mess up. Or the one that got a huge multiplication on his return. Which one are you going to be? Which one am I? Well, I know I decided I'm not bearing my talent. I'm not just going to like sit around and just wait and pray and ask God to pay my house bills and pay for a car for me. But I'm like, wait, he gave me the power to get wealth. And I could actually be on the other side of those miracle testimonies. People are praying for a plane ticket to go do mission somewhere, and we could say, we'll do it. We want to pay for that. How much more fun is it to be on that side, on the side with God providing this miracle here on earth? I think it's so much fun. Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of a sinner is laid up for the just. So obviously this means we don't just go out and get wealth any way we want. We don't just go out and take it. The Bible's very clear about that. But how do we do this? He gives us the power. We know it's righteous. We know it's good. We know it's pure. Well, one way that we did it was through real estate. So instead of us working and trading hours at a job for money, we decided to buy one house and rent that house out for more money than we have to pay out every month. So the difference is the house working for us and making us money. Then with the excess of that, buying another one, or if you want, start renting and re-renting. We've also done that to scale. And with the surplus, that is the money that the house is making for you. So we actually, like I say all the time, I'm like, our houses make money for us while we sleep. Our money makes money for us because we invested in real estate. Any of you who have invested in real estate know this. Ecclesiastes 11:2. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. So this is literally God telling us, be wise, invest in 7 or even 8 different things, because you never know what's coming. You never know what disaster might come, right? Like real estate. Okay. If the entire real estate market goes down, what are you going to do? If all you have is long-term rentals, you might be in a little bit of trouble. What we actually have seen in our decade plus of doing insurance midterm rentals is even when the market is going down, people still need a place to live. If their house burned in a fire, or if their house flooded, or if their house had a car drive through it, their insurance is still going to pay for them to live somewhere. We're kind of in a crazy sweet spot with the insurance midterm rentals. But again, like it's very smart to have a diverse portfolio. So maybe you have a few long-term rentals, a few short-term rentals, a few midterm rentals. We just think insurance is very safe. And we've never seen a period yet in our lifetime where it dried up. So obviously it's good to have a well-rounded portfolio, right? Yes, we like cryptos, we like silver and gold, we like all the things. But our favorite thing of all is insurance midterm rentals, especially buying the asset. You get appreciation, depreciation, and every single month that it's booked, you get cash flow, and it's serious cash flow. It's not just like the long-term rental, 1, 2, 3, $500 a month, but when they're booked, they make thousands of dollars per month per property. So wealth is not sinful, but the love of money is. So remember that money makes a great servant and a terrible master. It's my encouragement for you to, if you are one of those people that are working 9 to 5 or longer, really think about how are you going to get out of this system of just trading your time for money? And is that what you're doing right now? Using your talent? Is that using the power that God gave you to create wealth? Are you even creating wealth? Or are you just scraping by? Are you one of those people that are constantly asking God, can you give me a financial breakthrough? How am I going to go on this mission trip? Our car broke down. Think about the gifts and talents He's given you. Think about especially this one right here and this right here, and apply this to your life. Maybe it's not insurance midterm rentals. Obviously, we can't have all 15 million of you watching right now. Just kidding. But we can't have everybody get insurance midterm rentals. But I will say to those of you that are watching that your heart is pitter-pattering because you know this is for you, then those would be a good one to, subscribe below and or go to our website, vettedhomes.com, and book a call, because now is the time for this industry. It is a crazy industry right now. People are finding out about it slowly but surely. For the last 10 years, this has been what my husband and I have used to make millions of dollars, to travel the world, to homeschool our kids. We are probably home about half the year and traveling half the year. We are so blessed. None of it is, we don't take the credit for any of it. It was totally a strategy from heaven. God gave us this opportunity to host an IMTR when we were living in China and in the middle of adopting our oldest son. And we just knew from that moment that that was a breakthrough for us. That was a total shift. We were not going back to long-term renting, and we never have. And ever since then, it's just been slowly but surely, one house at a time, till where we are. And we started Vetted Homes with our partners last year, and it's growing like never before. People are finding out what insurance midterm rentals are, and they're radically changing their life and the path to wealth for their family. And honestly, we heard it said that you buy one home and it changes your mindset. You buy 5 homes and it changes your bank account. You buy 10 homes and it changes your bloodline, your generations that come after you. And honestly, you can reduce that number a lot when you're doing insurance midterm rentals, because with just one home, you can see $3,000 to $7,000 a month in cash flow, not income, like not total income, cash flow after you pay your mortgage. So it's crazy, guys. I just had to hop on here because I had somebody message me about this topic, just Christianity, the church being stuck, the church being broke, and kind of, making it okay, or making it like something to aspire to, is to the humble thing, and the good thing is to just stay broke. And I just encourage you guys to read those verses, dig into all of those verses that I shared, and really realize, like, why would God give us the power to get wealth? Why would He say that a righteous man leaves an inheritance? Why does He say that we should be investing in 7 or even 8 different things? So God is clearly telling us here, He wants us to be not the borrower, but the lender. He wants us to be the head and not the tail. Okay, so I better step off my box before I get invited to be a, what are those preachers? It will come to me. Abundance, no. Okay, skip that. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed our little pep talk. And any of you non-believers watching, I encourage you to get saved, man. Know Jesus, read the Bible. There is nothing like knowing God. There is no softer pillow than knowing that you have peace with God through Jesus. So So that's all I have for you today. Have a great day.